When someone tries to roast you in front of other people, your first instinct is probably to feel embarrassed, defensive, maybe even angry. Your brain immediately goes, "Everyone saw that. My social credit score just got deleted." But here's what's actually happening. The person roasting you just handed you a free psychological profile of their deepest insecurities. No subscription needed. No 7-day free trial. Just emotional damage with clues. Sounds like a stretch, right? Let me show you the science. Psychologists have a name for this: projection. Projection is basically when someone takes the thing they secretly hate about themselves and throws it at you like it's a dodgeball in middle school. If someone feels insecure about their intelligence, they might call you dumb. If they feel socially invisible, they might try to make you the joke so they can finally feel seen. Basically, their insecurity opens a group chat, and somehow you get tagged. A 2018 study found that people who scored higher on measures of insecurity were more likely to use hostile humor. Not because they're comedy geniuses, not because Netflix is about to call, but because it works like a defense mechanism. The insult isn't really about you. It's a mirror. A very loud, badly dressed mirror. But here's the twist. You feel humiliated. Everyone's looking at you. Your soul briefly leaves your body and starts browsing apartments in another country. But the audience, they're not thinking what you think they're thinking. Research on the bystander effect in social settings shows something interesting. When someone insults another person publicly, the audience's brain doesn't just process the insult. It also processes, why is this person being cruel? What are they trying to prove? Are they okay? Is this a roast? Or is their therapist on vacation? Because public insults don't only reveal something about the target, they reveal something about the person throwing them. Now, before you start thinking every roast is just someone's childhood trauma doing parkour in public, there's a second layer: social dominance. In group settings, roasting can work like a status game. The person throwing the insult is basically making a bid. I'm above this person. And the audience gets to vote with their reaction. If they laugh, the bid succeeds. If they stay silent, the bid fails. So the person roasting you isn't always confident. They're gambling. They walked into the room, put their emotional rent money on red and said, "Please laugh, or this gets awkward." And here's what they don't want you to know. A calm, unreactive response doesn't just protect you, it flips the whole status play. Because roasting feeds on reaction. Anger feeds it. Embarrassment feeds it. Roasting back feeds it too. That way you've accepted the frame. Oh, we're fighting for status now. And suddenly the whole room becomes a low-budget boxing match with worse lighting. So what do you actually do? Not a comeback. Not a roast back. Not a dramatic villain monologue. You do something way more powerful. You pause, you give a small smile, not a smug smile, just a calm little acknowledgement, the kind that says, "I heard that. I understood what you were trying to do, and I'm not joining your little side quest." This is called non-reactive acknowledgement. And it works because the roast needs your reaction to survive. No reaction, no fuel. The insult just floats there in the air like a failed Wi-Fi connection. And suddenly the person who threw it looks like they're performing alone. Which is exactly what was happening. You don't need to destroy them. You don't need to respond like you're trying to end their bloodline verbally. You just don't feed the game. Because the real takeaway isn't, become immune to insults. And it's not, learn to roast people back harder. The real takeaway is this: when someone tries to tear you down in public, they may accidentally show you exactly what they're afraid of. That's not just an attack, that's information. And honestly, free information is free information. Think about it.